Have you utilized, you mentioned a little bit about isometrics earlier to help people rehab and recover from stuff. And then in addition to that, what about like eccentrics and like what would it look like? Somebody has a really jacked up elbow or jacked up shoulder. What would some of the progressions look like?
Well, it would have to depend on the injury first and foremost. Like for me, I've had tendinopathy in my elbows just from lifting, elbow tendonitis, medial epicondylitis, things like that. And for that, isometrics has been a major part of that. Also heat and compression.
So in that example, what kind of isometrics are we talking about? And do you have weight on the bar? Like, what is it?
You can either do yielding or overcoming isometrics. So basically yielding would be stopping at that range of motion, whether it be a 90-degree position, or you can push into an immovable object, right? And I would do a slow ramp up from about 50% to 100%. And then also you want to improve on the range of motion and articulation of the joint capsule. So we're actually gaining that range. So I'll be working through controlled articular rotations of the elbow. And you can also do pails and rails, progressive and regressive angular isometrics through that too as well. So that's been helping out a lot because it's going to downregulate those nociceptors and help you increase, that mechanical response to basically move the weight and not be feeling like shit.
Let me ask you this in terms of, because again, for individuals that don't have access to a coach, and there's two kind of athletes I want to ask about here. Powerlifters or strength athletes, and let's say that they're in-gym powerlifters, they're not always getting ready for competition, because I know if you're getting ready for competition, you're not going to be doing an excessive amount of cardio. But a lot of powerlifters want to increase their gas tank a little bit. They want to feel better. They don't want to feel, tired walking up a flight of stairs, right? So that type of athlete, and then also a jiu-jitsu athlete that, they train at jiu-jitsu and they also want to increase their gas tank. What are some things that they can implement now?
This is for you. This is all you. This is for him.
No, this
does sound
his
like
question.
That's exactly his question.
Outside of training, what can they do? Whether it's biking or whatever. What can they do to increase their gas tank?
So I do like the fact that one, with a power lifter, you have to maintain your fast twitch fiber. So there is a method that Pavel actually, made up, or I should say incorporated into his training, Pavel Satsula. Yeah. And the quick and D method, I utilize that a lot with my fighters, believe it or not. And basically what that is that's just going to increase the mitochondrial density of fast twitch fibers. So it's repeated efforts, right? So you're doing, let's say for instance, a 10 repetition kettlebell swing. You're waiting, every minute on the minute, you'll do 10 reps, and then you would do that for around 10 rounds, right? So what you're doing is you're still getting explosive power, and you're getting the ability to repeat bouts of energy.
Every minute on the minute, you're doing 10 reps?
10 reps, okay. Yeah. You keep it at 10 reps. We found that, after 10 reps, it starts to slow down. So you want to still stay explosive. So if it takes you only 5 reps and you start to slow down, then keep it at 5, and you do every 30 seconds.
And are you going like a maniac, or?
I mean, you're hitting it with good technique.
Yeah,
you want to be tight. Obviously, you want to keep your brace,
control, but going at it hard.
Yeah. The speed needs to be there. So you're looking at it from a velocity perspective, of meters per second, you're looking at probably 1.5 to 2 meters per second.
That's what Andrew was going to say.